Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Let's get the show started, eh, boys? Let's get it rolling and rocking. That's what I say.
Now recording.
Folks, welcome to Riely Radio Live. It's a show where I go live on the internet and talk about random bullshit whenever I feel like it, whenever I feel so inclined to do so. I come on here to the world of the World Wide Web and I just say my piece about everything, the whole world. I've survived another natural disaster, another tropical storm in the books. These hurricanes are never fucking real, bro. I'm telling you. They're all fake. They're all they're a myth propagated by big government, I think. Fucking whenever there's supposed to be a big storm coming, it's like, whoa, it's gonna hit the area you live in real bad. Oh, you better fucking board up your windows. Oh no. Oh, we're all gonna fucking die, everybody. Fucking batten down your hatches. And then it's always lame. Always lame. Biden and Kamala. What about Biden and Kamala? Oh, they live in inland? Shout out to Biden and Kamala. Or Kamala, I suppose. I've had this correction levied upon me many a time. It's Kamala. Kamala. Make sure you're pronouncing it Kamala, like a punctuation symbol. I'm all alone for now. Gingy said he would join at some point, but I trust that as far as I could throw it. to be frank, we'll see if it comes to fruition. He tends to not deliver on that type of thing every once in a while. That's the Bernie voice, and I say college should be free. I think that education should be free. No, keep it a one-man show. Fuck off, Rita. I can't do it. I need it to be a conversation. I can't fucking talk to myself. I'm not schizophrenic. It's really hard for me. It's extremely difficult for me. But folks, I had a little interaction walking home from work today that I thought appropriate to share. So I was given this little card here. As you can see, it says repent. It's got an American flag.
What's the attack and defense points of this card? Is it a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
Shit, I don't know. But it's got a big thing on the back. This man with a foreign accent handed it to me while I was just walking home, minding my own business. And it says on the back, it has a whole big paragraph. America was founded on Christian principles. Why do you think every president puts his hand on a holy Bible when he steps into office? Yet, we as a people have turned far from these moral biblical principles. God's clear warning for America is Psalm 9:17, which says the nations that forget God will be turned into hell. A few examples of the evils we allow today in our society are fornication, Leviticus 19:29, whoredom leads to a land full of wickedness, child sacrifice, okay, Proverbs 24:11 and 12, God will judge
what I choose to do in my bedroom is my business.
The children I choose to sacrifice in my bedroom are my business, damn it.
My bedroom and my children. Wait. Wait, that came out.
Bad point. To,
that came out.
I was talking about the whole fucking pornification.
You want to start
shit.
over? You want to leave the call and come back in? Okay, let's see. The child sacrifice, Proverbs 24:11-12. God will judge those who shed innocent blood as well as those who stand by and do nothing about it. And homosexuality, Romans 1:27-32, who knowing the judgment of God that which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Make America godly again by turning from all known sin, in parentheses, repent, and put your faith in Jesus Christ, who died on the cross, was buried, and rose from the dead on the third day so that you could be forgiven and cleansed from all unrighteousness. It starts with you. Then there's the name of a church, which I'm not going to say. And there's at the bottom,
Oh, bullshit.
don't support baby murder. Vote no on Amendment 4. Okay.
Okay, well, here's my whole thing, right? The whole forgiveness crap. Like, well, therefore, by leading a life of sin or whatever, it's already forgiven.
So you
Right?
just gotta say like I I believe in Jesus Christ. What I forget the like statement that they tell you to say right before you die. It's like I believe in Jesus Christ as the one true savior or something to that effect, and you just say that right before you die and you're clean.
Okay, I feel like this entire thing is a bit like I might have.
Also, what the fuck
mis-
kind of podcast is this?
That's exactly what I was
This
thinking. I
this
think
is
I
just the
misread what kind of
whatever.
podcast
This is usually just the
was.
whatever show, but I did come in with some notes as to what I wanted to talk about, and I'm glad Nightster joined because I did need another Power Rangers fan here. So I'm very glad that occurred. I
Oh, okay,
hope you
good.
stick around for a
Because
bit.
I was literally thinking, if this is gonna be a whole like America and Christianity thing, then maybe I shouldn't be here.
No. I just I don't know if you were here for the start of the story, but this is just something that was randomly handed to me by a foreign man as I was walking home from work. So I thought it would be interesting to share with the class this little card here.
Wait, if you're streaming, Riley, does that mean I'm no longer host?
Yeah, unfortunately, my
Oh, that's
internet is back.
bullshit.
I say goodbye to your host privileges.
Are we watching Lolcow? No, we are fucking not, bro. I'm done with that shit. I don't want. I feel like
Oh
I should
yeah,
get.
what is the update with the latest Lolcow?
I don't know. I feel like I should get into Power Rangers first. I don't know how long Knight has. I know it's pretty late for him.
About an hour.
Oh, okay, so I can talk about Lolcow then. Let's talk about Lolcow Live. Nightster's gonna go dormant for this one. I don't think he knows shit. But
Yeah.
Lolcow Live is a little podcast out there starring Boogie 2988, Wings of Redemption, and that's it. That's all of them.
Oh God, Boogie.
Oh, you know about Boogie?
Who doesn't know about Boogie?
Yeah, a lot of people do know about Boogie. So last night, after a couple weeks of back and forth and silly bullshit, it was officially confirmed on the Lolcow Live Twitter, and he was live while it happened. He was just like, "Yeah, I figured." Tommy C has been fired from the podcast. Tommy C was terminated from Lolcow Live because he wouldn't sign a retarded NDA that is completely unenforceable. Both because apparently, I didn't know this until today, but apparently you can't even make somebody sign an NDA about the amount of money they're making. That's not how that works. That's not legal. And two, Tommy C lives in Germany and has no assets in the United States. So he cannot, there's nothing you can do. There's no way to enforce an NDA upon Tommy C in the United States. So because Tommy wouldn't sign this stupid, pointless document and give
Keemstar is fucking
give
stupid.
Keemstar his address, he's gone. And Redox says Tommy was obnoxious. I'm glad. Fuck you, Redox. You're so wrong. Tommy was the best guy on that show. So easy. Not even a fucking question. He was the glue that held that shit together, okay? I can't do it without Tommy. Maybe, and I mean, like, Keem was fine at it, but he's gone too. And now it's just Wings and Boogie. And I did not watch that Lolcow stream because I was busy. And after this all occurred, I decided I was not going to watch it because I heard what it was and I just didn't want to see it. He's loud and obnoxious like Keem, but yeah, they're both funny. But Tommy is funnier. And glad Keem is gone. I mean, me too. Really, the last episode Keem was on, he was fucking insufferable too. Like he had these little memes that he wanted the cows to react to, and if they dared speak a word over them, he was like, "Oh, I guess I just won't play it then. You guys don't want. We're here to look at the memes." And I'm like, Keem, it's a podcast. Shut the fuck up, you insufferable retard, and let the other host talk. You piece of shit. You piece of human garbage. And I'm not saying that because you wouldn't let Wings and Boogie talk. I'm saying that because you fucked Tommy C. And it's blatant and it's obvious. It was fucking lies and tricks and fucking he's wanted Tommy gone since day one, really, because he's had a fucking grudge against Tommy for 8 years because they had another podcast breakup, the Baited podcast, and since then Keem's always had a little thing against Tommy C, and he decided for some reason to let him on this show because it was like, I think because Nicholas Diorio said no and recommended Tommy C, and I guess Keem decided to go with it, and but he's always kind of hated him, and it became obvious super quick when Keem's like, yeah, Tommy sucks on the show. He's always interrupting the cows, and he's always mumbling, and he has no energy. All fucking bullshit, by the way. I mean, he interrupts the cows, but like on a show, people are gonna interrupt people, and usually when he's interrupting the cows, it's for a good reason. So I don't think that's a huge point against him, and I think he's the fucking straight man, which you need. Boogie and Wings are just gonna sit there and complain about fucking how they eat so much and want to kill themselves. I don't know if Wings wants to kill. I'm pretty sure Wings does not want to kill himself. I think he's fine. But it's just gonna be fucking the fat complain hour, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. They're gonna do like co-host auditions or whatever, so that'll be interesting. I wonder who they'll get.
You should try out.
I think you have to be an influencer. I don't think I quite hit the qualifications.
Nah, I think you should still attempt to, Riley. You've established history with the show. Go for it. Do it.
Absolutely.
I don't have established history with
Do
shit.
it for the fucking memes.
I'm just screaming I've just screamed into the void about this show for months. I'm just like an audience member. We need a third.
Try anyway.
We need a third fat guy join Riely. So true, Redux. I mean, who knows?
And then you can scream at the mic like fucking Boogie did.
I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain. I begged you, Dan. I begged you.
I think you should, Riley. At least attempt to.
Maybe, perhaps I'll think about. I mean, co-host auditions are happening right now, so I've got an obligation to my audience. So we'll see if they're still live after I'm done here. But regardless, so shut up. So here's the timeline of events in Tommy C getting fired. This has been a multi-week affair. The first thing was Keem sends out these NDAs, these completely open-ended, like bullshit NDAs, that he claims to be regarding. He doesn't want the cows fucking blabbing about financials anymore because fucking Boogie
illegal.
Because Boogie and Wings are always blabbing about the money, and fucking Boogie is lying and saying Keem's not paying him, blah 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 blah. So Keem sends out these NDAs, trying to knock off that shit, which is apparently illegal, as I learned today.
No, it legitimately is. Like, you cannot punish people for talking about their wages. What Keemstar is doing right now is incredibly illegal.
You are probably right, sir. But so he does that. He sends out the NDAs. Boogie and Wings, I think, signed them without much resistance. And Tommy is like, wait, no, I'm not signing this shit. But he apparently he was amicable about it. He talked to Keemstar. Keem just threatened to fucking blow the whole show up. They argued about it a couple more times. And eventually Tommy got fed up. And as happens on Lolcow Live all the time, because they're all fucking retards who can't shit, what was I gonna say? can't resolve issues in private. They're fucking incapable of solving issues in private. Which makes sense. Look, for Boogie and Wings, it's just like they had to go whine. For like Tommy, it's like his only lifeline when he's being butt fucked is to go to the public. So he posted a screenshot of the first page of the NDA and just said, "Hey, at Keemstar, get fucked" on Twitter. And then said he's not signing this fucking gay NDA. And it's been this whole argument. As Tommy was just getting back from vacation. He had been on vacation for a couple weeks, planned vacation. He let everybody know like 5 months in advance. Everybody knew this was coming. And then Tommy goes on vacation, and that's when all this shit starts to blow up. And so, fuck, I'm getting all fucking brain rattled. So apparently Tommy gets back from vacation, and he has a meeting with Boogie and Wings. Because Keem is out at this point. Keem is just fucking behind the curtains, man, not involved. So Tommy sits down with Boogie and Wings, and they have a talk about like what they're gonna do now. And they're like, okay, we don't wanna rush into shit. We wanna plan everything. We wanna have a good show. And they talk and they figure out what they're gonna do, and they set the day for the show to Tuesday. So Tommy, Boogie and Wings are gonna do a show on Tuesday. They say that in the chat that Keem is in, and Keem decides that's not good enough, and is like, you can't wait that long to stream. You can't stream. You got to stream more than once a week. Blobbity blobbity blobbity. And I guess I guess Boogie and Wings kind of start panicking a little bit now that fucking Keem has cracked the whip. They decide they gotta stream that night, and Tommy's like, I cannot do that. We said we were doing it on Tuesday. I made plans. I'm having people over. I cannot be on the show tonight. And we literally just had this big conversation about not winging it, not going in with no plan and fucking just bullshitting. So just don't do anything. Stop this. We'll talk later and we'll figure this shit out. We'll do a stream maybe this day or whatever. They ignore him and schedule a stream. Tommy deleted that stream in an effort to try to force a meeting so that he could try to talk Boogie and Wings out of being irrational and doing this stream, which they are not prepared for after they just had a whole big conversation about not winging it. And Tommy's login permissions got taken away immediately. And then Boogie does a whole stream on Lolcow Live. Terrible audio. Fucked up the audio completely. Only in one headphone, if you have headphones on. It was fucking bad. And apparently, from what I've heard, because I did not watch the stream, they just spent the whole time shitting on Tommy, and how Tommy sucks on the show, and how Tommy should be there, and how Tommy was on vacation for too long. Why do you need a vacation? You're just talking into a mic, bro. And Keem joins in. They all talk shit about Tommy, and the next day, it is officially announced on Twitter that Tommy C has been fired. And what Tommy thinks, and what I don't blame him for, is that this is all fucking work. That Keem orchestrated this. That Keem purposely fucking cracked the whip at Wings and Boogie so they would act irrationally, so that Tommy would get fucked over, so that they'd have an excuse to fire Tommy. And that's what fucking happened. They fired Tommy C. So I'm done. I'm not watching any more Lolcow Live. Membership canceled. Unsubscribed. I'm done. It's over. No Tommy, no watch. So that's where I'm at. I don't fucking care anymore. Tommy was the glue who held it together, and now it's just gonna be a shit show. I don't want to be there for it, so I'm just gonna back away. I've made the switch to Tommy C's own show, Shot from the Point, his own live podcast show, and I ain't looking back unless they let Tommy back in, which who knows, they still might. Developing situation, but as of now, done with Lolcow Live. Over. Which I should have known. I should have known this was gonna happen. The writing was on the wall. I kind of did. I've been sniffing it out for a while. But like, Keem's a shyster, Keem's a coward, and Keem's a fucking pussy. And when Keem has a fucking grudge, he just won't let it go. Like, it's the same reason why he fired Connor. Like, I knew even then. I spent fucking weeks complaining about how he handled Connor because it was bullshit. He was just talking a little shit on a live stream. And Keem fucking threw a little boohoo bitch fit about it and fired him, even though all the other cows said he shouldn't, even though he claims they all own 25%, which Tommy says now is complete bullshit. There's nothing in writing. There's no shares. Keem owns the fucking podcast and is lying and saying that Boogie and Wings and Tommy all own an equal share, which who knows if he's even gonna buy out these shares if they're real, and who knows if he was even gonna pay Tommy for last month. That's also a developing situation. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Keemstar's an asshole. I've known this for a while. He blocked me on Twitter for saying that Vito makes more money on Biggest Problem in the Universe than Boogie makes on Lolcow. He has so much fucking pride and ego that me suggesting that one guy that he doesn't like makes more money than the guy on his podcast is enough to block me on Twitter. He wasn't even involved in the interaction either. I was dunking on Boogie himself, not Keemstar. I was replying to a Boogie tweet. Keem just, I guess, saw it and decided that it was a blockable offense.
Talk about butthurt.
Very butthurt guy. He gets extremely butthurt. It's really, he has a ridiculous ego. Like, it's unreal how much of an ego Keemstar has. Like, he can't, if he doesn't like you even a little bit, he can't just let it slide. He has to fucking, or if you say something he disagrees with, he has to fucking hammer you on it. That was the whole thing about Baited. The whole thing on Baited, which Baited is a great show, and it was a great show because it's so entertaining to watch Keemstar get mad. And the whole premise of that show is him and fucking Clown, Colossal is Crazy, just fucking were arguing about shit all the time. That wasn't really the premise. That wasn't what they went in doing. It was supposed to be a drama podcast where they talked about current YouTube drama. And every episode just turned into Keem and Clown fucking having some stupid argument because Clown dared to imply that maybe Keem is a flawed human being and Keem has a problem with that.
Oh, God. It's a headache dealing with people like Keem.
Yeah, the fucking, imagine working for Keem. I don't want to audition for Lolcow Live. Imagine fucking working for that piece of shit. My God. I don't know. Listen, I don't know how Tommy did it. I don't know how Wings does it. I know how Boogie does it because he's fucking desperate and he's just fucking Daddy Keem cocksucker now because he wants his fucking $2,000 a month and he'll do whatever he has to do to get it so he can.
$2,000 a month, like that's not much of anything now. Just go get a fucking desk job.
Well, Boogie. There's a couple reasons why Boogie would have problems with that.
The clout.
Also, he gets better health insurance. Right?
That's fair. I don't know if I doubt fucking Keem is giving out health insurance benefits. But no, because Boogie's always crying about his medical bills, so obviously not. But
the clout, no, that's why he doesn't get a desk job. He wants
the clout, and also because he has like a lot of people who like vitriolically hate him. So I doubt that if he got a desk job, he'd be able to keep it long because people would figure out where he's working and they would get him fired. It would not be that hard to do. Fucking internet autists have done worse and easier. So it's not. I have a feeling that Boogie would not be able to retain a real job for long. And also, he is genuinely sick, if not with cancer, then with a terrible back and with several other health issues. So there's a lot of reasons why Boogie can't get a real job. So with that in mind, he's so desperate to retain this podcast job where he makes a couple $1,000s a month that he's willing to get his face tattooed with the word liar and willing to completely screw over Tommy C because Daddy Keem wants him gone. And that's the bottom line. Boogie's desperate. He'll do whatever he needs to do.
What a fucking pussy.
A massive pussy, 100%. That's where I'm at. I'm done with the show. They're live right now. I didn't watch the last episode. I'm not going to watch this one. Okay. Maybe if they pick Grace Thorpe. They're not gonna. But maybe if they do, I will come back because she's just so insane and funny. that I would watch the show if they replaced Tommy with Grace, I think. But they're not going to, because 95% of the audience hates her. So it's not gonna happen, but it would be hilarious. It's probably gonna be like Review Tech USA if they can convince him, or some other fucking gay little YouTuber who's gonna jump in there and fucking impress Keemstar or whatever. I don't even know if Keem's gonna be there, if it's gonna be Boogie and Wings fucking running these auditions. I'm curious, but I'm not gonna watch to find out. Cause I don't fucking care. Cause no Tommy, no watch. They screwed my man over, and I'm done. And that's that. Lolcow Live's dead. There's no way. Listen, it already, the writing was already on the wall that Lolcow was gonna have trouble lasting and maintaining relevance and maintaining the amount of income that it receives currently. And now that's just made a lot worse, because a lot of people are canceling their memberships and unsubscribing over this for good reason, because a good man got screwed over, and it's bullshit.
True.
That's the bottom line, folks, and that's I'll get off the Lolcow soapbox for a second here. Did I have any other? I know I wrote the Power Rangers thing in my notes. Were there any other little things that I wanted to make sure I brought up? The Hurricane too, but I did that in like the opening. That's not the right document. Yeah, no, okay, it's just that stuff. So in Power Rangers news,
Here we go.
Power Rangers.
This is my shit.
this is where Nightster gets to come back in Power Rangers news.
And this is where Gingy gets quiet.
Exactly. So things are looking bad, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. Power Rangers has been kind of going through this slow, painful death and decline, where like something will happen and be like, oh shit, maybe it's not dead after all, and then nope, actually, on the other hand,
That's doing the big dead.
it's doing the big dead. And the most recent development in that is that apparently they are working with some auction company, and they're auctioning off like all the fucking props ever that they have.
Oh shit.
They're just fucking auctioning everything off. The fucking Mighty Morphin suits from Once and Always were the first thing they showed off, and apparently they claim there's more to come. Decades worth of props are going to be auctioned off from the Power Rangers franchise.
Oh, yikes.
And that is on top of the TV show having ended last year, the comic ending soon. There's a new video game.
That kind of sucks for you.
There's a new video game. There's a new little fucking 8-bit beat 'em up game that's gonna come out at some point.
Yeah.
That's cool, I guess.
I did hear about the classic little scroller thing, like the
side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
might play them.
it looks fun. I probably will play it. It looks a lot better than fucking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle. But to be fair, I thought that game looked good too. So we'll see if I'm proven wrong or not. But it looked really cool. I'll probably get it. I'll probably play it. But it seems the writing is on the wall, and the Power Rangers franchise is kind of on its last legs, slowly dying. There was a prophetic tweet. I wish I could remember who made it. I don't want to look it up because fuck Twitter. But there was a graphic, because Power Rangers had its 30th anniversary last year, and there was a little anniversary graphic that had like the Power Rangers 30 logo, and then on one side it said 1993, and on the other side it said 2023, and this tweet was like, guys, we didn't realize this. This is not just promotional art for the anniversary. This is a tombstone. Power Rangers 1993 to 2023. May it rest in peace.
Rip.
So the writing seems to be on the wall. The Netflix reboot was officially announced as canceled. Apparently there are plans to move forward with another company potentially. But things are all up in the air now. The big director guy they had, I believe, is out, and it's out of Netflix, and it's floating in the ether.
So they're running out of power.
Yeah, the Rangers aren't very powerful right now, as it turns out.
This is Rita's end game.
Shit.
And they're more like, at this point, they're as good as 5th edition Rangers. They're just bad.
Yeah, so things are rough, and I just, I kind of wanted to do a little tribute and remember the good times. So I'm glad I got Nightster in here. I tried to get Crow Royalty, but they got called into
Oh,
work.
I
that
can,
would have been interesting.
if it helps, Riley, I can send you the MP3 file for the Power Rangers, and a shameless plug, the Power Ranger episode that you took me through the story of the Power Rangers.
Nah, because those sucked. I was bad at those. Why is Mo online in his computer? He should be at work. Maybe he'll get in here. I don't know. But Nightster, let's start with you. Give me just one of your favorite Power Rangers moments throughout the history of the franchise, whether it be in the television
Oh,
show or the comic. Just throw me one of your favorite moments in Power Rangers
you
history.
can't do this to me, bro. There's so many.
There's a lot. It again 30 years, so it's a whole lot.
Okay, do you want like a combat-based moment or like a character-based moment?
Whatever you
One of
want,
both.
or one of each.
All right, I'll do one of each. Favorite character type moment is in Trip Takes a Stand, where Eric is aiming his blaster at a mutant, and Trip,
Which
as
is
the
an
title
episode of
says,
Power Rangers Time Force, by the way, for those who
yeah,
aren't quite as
it's
nerdy
Time
as
Force.
us.
Sorry, I didn't specify. It's Time Force. Trip stands in front of the mutant, and he says, "If you have to destroy everything that's different from you, then you better destroy me too." And he takes off his hat and reveals he's got a little crystal there. And then there's a whole back and forth.
I'm also weird. What are you gonna do about that one, Eric?
And Eric just literally tilts his gun aside and shoots the wall instead, and just says, "Your luck." There must be something wrong with this thing.
Yeah, it's
Like,
one of those, but that's a good moment for Eric too. He's not gonna shoot Trip. He kind of likes the Power Rangers at this point. He's like, oh shit,
exactly.
I missed.
Shit, I missed. Oh well.
It's like
Broken.
it's like the moment in oh, I forgot you hate this franchise. I'm not bringing this up to piss you off. I forgot we had a fight about this years ago. This is the loop Gingy back in because he likes this. It reminds me of the end of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. Where Beerus pretends that he's out of energy and he's just like, well, guess I can't destroy the Earth today. I gotta
What?
go.
All right, you're talking about the movie, right? You're not talking about the fucking the TV show.
Doesn't it end that way in both?
No, in the movie, Beerus fucking falls asleep. And then we says, oh, he must have used all of his power. But in the anime, he had just enough power to destroy a rock, and then therefore he destroyed the Earth like he said he was.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. That's the one where he goes to do his destroy blast, and then he just hits a rock, and he's like, "Well, shit, I guess
Yeah.
I'm out of energy."
Yeah, that was it.
But yeah, that's
Also, I may or may not be playing Dokkan right now as we speak.
Of course, as always. So some mobile hoodlumbery has to be afoot whenever Gingy's.
Hey,
anywhere.
man, a new Ultra Instinct card came in the game, and I'm trying to grind up the stones to fucking unlock it. All right.
Understandable. Have a nice day. But yeah, that's a good moment for Trip and for Eric. Very very good character moment. What about combat moment?
Combat. I may get some backlash for this from any Ranger fans, but it comes from Mystic Force, and it's Imperious's first fight, where he just wails on all of the Rangers and uses their own abilities against them. And
Yeah,
like one,
pretty
he,
badass. Pretty good
he just
scene.
he just bats his fan away, just like, next. All right, who's up next? You. Down. All right, next. It was so funny.
Yeah, no, he did a good job of making a first impression. That Imperious.
He
My
did.
favorite combat moment is easily. I've talked about this up and down, but it's easily the uh Evil Trent versus Zeltrax fight. where
Oh yeah, I love that
where
one.
Trent's Dino Gem like fucks up and Zeltrax is like, ah, it looks like this is over, White Ranger, and then Trent just keeps kicking his ass as a regular guy. The tide of the battle does not change at all. Trent just fucking trucks him. It's beautiful. It was truly a beautiful moment. When it comes to character, God, there's so many. There's so many. Shit. Mm, I really thought the one would come to me quicker. God damn. Benji, what was your favorite moment from the 12 episodes of Power Rangers that you watched 4 years ago?
I think it was one of like the initial fights of the Green Rangers, just beat the Green Ranger
Yeah.
beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, the evil Green Ranger really was a sight to behold. That was a great arc.
Or the whole fucking Avengers Endgame fucking portal bullshit, seeing all the different ones show up.
The
Oh,
portal.
wait, what? No, not this. He's not talking about Mighty Morphin anymore. I think maybe.
I've only seen a clip of it, so I don't know continuity wise where it's at.
Oh, you did. You're probably talking about Legendary Battle, which is not
Maybe
great,
it's not good.
unfortunately.
Although the legendary war from Gokaija, mwah, love
Beautiful, beautiful. Legendary Battle. I will give Legendary Battle some credit though. It tries a little. Unlike Dimensions in Danger, which does not try at all. That is why it is not my least favorite anniversary special. Dimensions in Danger is. Because they brought back a bunch of people and they were literally just talking heads. Nothing they did was relevant to their character. No, they all had like one line each, except for Tommy. It was just a special about Tommy. If you wanted to do a special about Tommy, I fucking encourage it. The Tommy stuff was great. I wish I could say I like Dimensions in Danger, but I'm just so spited by the fact that they got back like 10 other people for it and they did nothing. If you want to make an anniversary special and just make it about Tommy, why bother getting the other guys back? Just make it about Tommy. Either do shit with the people you get or don't get them. Like we're seeing Trent for the first time since fucking 2005. We're seeing Rocky for the first time since like fucking 1997. And same for
and they
Cat.
couldn't even get the suit right.
Yeah.
Again.
Double!
Again.
They fucked that up on both counts. Oh wait, trench suit you're talking about. But Rocky and Cat too. Where it's like, okay, maybe you just wanted to have the Red Ranger helmet there. Understandable. You didn't get Austin St. John back because he doesn't like Jason David Frank. And you just wanted the original Red Ranger helmet in a shot. Understandable, fine. Even though it would be much more appropriate to give Rocky Blue Zeo. Cat had a pink turbo. I'm pretty sure. It was either pink turbo or pink Mighty Morphin, which the point, but she was the pink Mighty Morphin Ranger for 2 seconds. And the first half of Turbo sucked.
Dimensions in Danger.
I know it wasn't Zeo, which it should have been, but I don't remember if it was Mighty Morphin or Turbo. I'm pretty sure it was Turbo.
Rangers. I see a turbo helmet. I'm not sure if it's Cat because
it's probably small. Cat because I don't think any other Turbo guys came back. Oh no, TJ did. Didn't he? Did he?
TJ was there, yeah.
Okay.
Let me go through.
TJ probably was blue in space though, if I had to guess.
Okay, so you had Antonio. Okay, show their faces. Okay, so Trent and Rocky. Okay, so he was Mighty Morphin, yeah. Show me Show me the helmets. I hate this video.
Damn it, this video's not showing me what I want to see. What the fuck?
Go away, knockoff Draken. Okay, yeah. Cat has pink turbo and TJ has blue space. I can confirm this now. I'm looking at it.
Okay, yeah, Pink Turbo was the worst decision possible because Turbo also character assassinated Cat pretty much. She just became Justin's mom, and that was all she was the whole season. Like it completely like took away like any of like her independence and Cat. There was one Cat spotlight episode that I really like because it just felt like a Zeo episode, and it was Wait and See, which is the very special episode about fucking body dysmorphia. where Kat is gaslit into thinking she's fat and just starts eating ice cubes instead of food. And everybody's like, Kat, what's wrong? And then there's a monster who alters weight and it makes her weightless and she starts floating in the air. It's not a good
What
thing for
Uh,
her. She lost all the weight, but it was not in the way she wanted. That was a fun episode. It just felt like a Zeo episode. But for most of the first half of Turbo, for all of like the story stuff after the movie, it's just like, oh, is Justin okay? Oh, I love Justin. Justin is my surrogate son. Oh, Justin. And it's just like she doesn't get to do anything else. Which a little better than Tommy, who just raced cars the whole time and completely ignored his friends and girlfriend constantly. But you know, first half of Turbo was rough. That's one of the low points in the franchise, I think.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate because Adam was like the best he had ever been. Like but the fucking Tommy and Kat were phoning it in so much and like the season was so nonsensical that people don't get to remember that part. But like Johnny Young Bosch was fucking tearing it up during Turbo.
Especially in the movie. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think he gets enough credit for his work in that film.
he got
Holy
he got like big leagued when he tried to put a joke in that film. Cause he improvised the I'm a Frog bit in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. It was great. It killed. It was one of the most memorable moments from that movie. And he wanted to do a similar joke where he commented on the fact that everybody else has cool race cars and he gets the minivan. And the director told him like, Johnny, you're not funny. Stop. He is funny though.
He is.
But yeah. That's an unfortunate low point. I'm still trying to think of my favorite character moment. I mean, it's like there's a million examples I think of that are just like the classic, if I don't, who will? Dr. Jeff Southcote says, Riely pumping through. Thank you, Dr. Jeff Southcote. What's up, buddy? But just the million examples of like, if I don't, who will? Because like that's the Power Rangers creed, basically. Like the one that comes to mind, the one from my favorite episode of Power Rangers is just it's just the Dino Thunder team sans Tommy, because Tommy's too busy fighting himself in a dream world. Y'all still talk about Power Rangers? Power Rangers sucked. Wrong, Redox. We're gonna talk about Power Rangers for the rest of the show until this person in the chat asks about Lolcow, baby. I'm sure there will be people who click on the stream to ask about Lolcow, in which case I will readdress that point. We're just chatting about, we're tributing our fallen franchise that we all love so much. Fuck you, Redox, is the bottom line. That's my point. But yeah, the scene where Tommy's stuck in Dream World, the Trentosaurus is attacking the fucking monster they make out of like the evil White Ranger's power or whatever the fuck. And he's rendered their Dino Gems useless. Lolcow still talking about Tommy. Yeah, I'm sure they're still like, oh, Tommy sees bad. Da 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 da. Fucking stupid. But oh, Tommy went on his show and talked shit. So now we're glad we fired him. Oh, he fucking sucks. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Is Keem there? If Keem's there, I'm sure he's pressing that button a whole lot. He's like, I hate Tommy
I
C.
fucking hate you.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Tommy C isn't funny. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
But why are you doing the fucking McDonald's music?
He did that like
I
a little
hate
bit.
you.
I'm hating it. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm hating it.
I'm hating it.
Of course, Keem's there. Of course, Keem has to be, and of course, it's not even gonna matter who Boogie and Wings are gonna like in the audition. It's just gonna be that fucking whoever Keem wants. Boogie and Wings aren't even gonna have a say because Keem owns the podcast unilaterally. Has he said anything about his intentions, whether or not he's going to pay Tommy C yet? Has he said anything about that? Redox is my man on the street. But yeah, the whole it's really sad that Power Rangers has taken this decline. I feel like it didn't even have to happen. Like, how much money was Hasbro expecting Power Rangers to make? Because like, I don't think it's doing particularly unwell. They like, it's not like the comics are popular. The show did good. Once and Always, I think, topped the Netflix charts for a while. Like, why are they doing this?
It could be so much more. It really could be.
It could be so much more. And even if it wasn't, even if it was exactly how it was, isn't it like the cheapest show in the universe to make? Why stop?
Honestly, yeah, more of the same would have been great. Like, sure, even if you have to make your own suits now and not film your own footage because of the whole rights thing with the Sentai footage that they can't use anymore.
Well, I mean,
Because
I think that was Hasbro's decision.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure.
What the hell?
I think Hasbro decided to terminate that contract.
Who terminated Sentai footage? I need to Google this.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I wouldn't 100% quote me, but I'm pretty sure that was Hasbro's decision. They didn't want to fucking pony up the money for Sentai footage anymore, I guess. Even though that's what makes the show so fucking cheap, is you're just fucking buying footage from Japan. Riox says, not really, no info on payment, but he said he'll leave the door cracked so Tommy may do cameos. I don't know if Tommy's gonna play ball on that. He said he'd come back on full time if he was given his position back. But I don't think he's gonna come on to do fun little guest appearances when he got fucked over so deeply. Is that a fellow Brit I hear? Says Dr. Jeff Southcote. Why, yes, it is.
Yes.
Loves beans on toast. Great culinary item.
I would say shut the fuck up, but the thing is, I actually do.
What is it? What is the? Can you explain beans on toast to me? What is the appeal?
I think the appeal was that it was an easy dish to make, like in the olden days. During like the wars and stuff, it was a quick slap it together, enjoy it meal, and it just kind of carried down through generations, and we still eat it to this day, and we're just grown up on it. Like,
That's
I grew
fair.
up.
I feel like, so is it like a special kind of bean? Because like I feel like any beans that I could think of would just like, it would just make the toast soggy, and I don't even see how like the two things combine taste wise in a way that's particularly appealing.
Just baked beans in a those baked beans in a can. Just one of those.
Doesn't it just make the toast soggy though?
Yes, it does, and we still love it. I don't know why.
I
I
think they
don't
use
understand.
sweet beans, says Redox.
I've never used sweet beans.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about sweet beans. Ask if he knows Randy Taylor 69.
I do
Well,
not.
okay. I didn't think so.
I've never heard that name in my life. Sorry, Sawyer.
Is that a is that a British celebrity? Is Randy Taylor 69?
Let me Google it.
I wouldn't Google random things that Redox puts in chat. That might be a swim at your own risk.
Okay, incognito mode. I'm
Fake
glad this
Brit?
exists.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not a fake
I guess
Brit.
you're a fake Brit if you don't know about Randy Taylor 69. That's best girl. Okay, this is a girl? Randy Taylor 69? Heinz baked beans on thick buttered toast with pepper. Dr. Jeff Southcote agrees.
Oh, no, I do know who this is. I just didn't know the name.
Okay, so DM me a picture of this person.
Yeah, sure. I've seen her around a bit, but uh, that is. I almost sent that to Nerd.
Just like a random British girl. British Jackie, says Redox. Oh, okay, good. Tells me all I need to know.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that do be British Jackie, alright. Is she like an e-girl? Like a streamer or some shit?
Hold on, I need to write something. I'm needed in a roleplay for a quick bit.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I'm multitasking.
Happens to the best of us. Man, I'm just so fucking pissed that Keemstar ruined my favorite show. I wish Keem would just fuck off. Like, that's been the general feeling for like months now. Like, I've always been a defender of Keem on Lolcow Live. Like, a lot of people have been saying for a long time that Keem should not be on the show. He should be behind the scenes. He should not be a personality on the show. Redox says she was, but she got doxxed and left the internet, but she has a fan Reddit. If she decided to leave the internet entirely because she got doxxed, I don't know if running a fan Reddit is particularly moral, but go off. But like everybody was like, Keem should be on the show. Keem sucks on the show, and I was like, I don't know. I think he's fun. I think he works. Like, I enjoy his presence, and like the old format where it was just like, okay, you had 2 to 3 shows a week. Sunday, you had the podcast. Keem wasn't on that. It was just Wings, Boogie, and Tommy pre-recorded. Sometimes they'd have a guest. Sometimes they just talk, and it was cool. I miss when Lolcow was just allowed to be a podcast. Then they fucking smelled the syrup of the fucking drama train, and it became, we had to focus on the drama. We had to 100% focus on the drama. We're getting so much money. We're getting so many views. Fuck the podcast. Fuck all of that shit. We're just gonna live stream about drama. We're gonna live stream about how Boogie faked his cancer 4,000 times. And then we're gonna force him to get a tattoo, and then we're gonna pretend that the cancer lying never happened. And rehire him after claiming to fire him. But Boogie gets fucking fake fired and gets rehired in 2 weeks for faking cancer. Tommy gets real fired for not signing a stupid NDA.
That whole fake cancer thing that pissed me off.
Yeah,
Like,
well, to be fair, I think it's being portrayed in a way that's not necessarily true. Boogie's just stupid. He's not malicious. He's not evil. He's fucking stupid. What happened was Keemstar came up with this theory, and it seems to be pretty widely agreed upon by people who have analyzed the situation fully. Boogie's doctor told him that he might have this cancer, and they're going to treat him as if he has this cancer. But it was not official diagnosis. It was not 100% you have this cancer. But Boogie hears this, and because he loves being a victim on the internet, he loves his victim points, he loves crying about all the bad things that have happened to him, he immediately goes on YouTube and is like, hey guys, I have cancer. And that just is the narrative until somebody is like, hey, did you ever actually get an official diagnosis for that? And Boogie's like, well, yeah, but I'm not going to show it to you because my medical records are private. Everybody's like, oh my God, Boogie lied about cancer. But the like sick part of it is that he's always going to be looked at as a liar about cancer for good reason. But there's a very good chance he does have cancer. he might he might be, imagine the poetry. He's now known on the internet by the guy as the guy who lied about cancer, and it is very possible he will die of cancer soon.
After being known as the guy who faked it.
Yeah, so
Well,
that'll be quite interesting if that ever occurs. Not that I wish death upon the man or anybody. Honestly, I kind of want. I like Boogie on the show. Wings is great. At this point, Keem fucking sticks his fingers in too much. He's too much of this fucking businessman who's like, oh, we gotta get fucking a million views. Oh, you guys are slacking. Oh, the show is boring because you guys are talking instead of reacting to retarded drama. and it's just, I wish he would just go away. I wish Boogie and Wings would have some fucking principles and have some balls and just defect and go start a show with Tommy. Because it's so blatantly obvious that Keem is fucking Tommy over here. And you'd think they'd have some level of loyalty. But not so. It's not so.
I used to like Boogie in general because I just loved the whole Francis character. But lately, I've really started to dislike him.
Oh, by the way, Keem said that only YouTube members can do auditions. My membership is still active until the 9th, so I can still get in there.
Why
Wait.
would you? Who wants to work for that piece of shit?
That's fair. Wings was giving some pushback. I know. He was giving a little bit of pushback. I don't blame Wings as much as I blame Keem. Because Boogie's just a fucking meat puppet at this point. He'll do whatever Daddy Keem wants. So, like, I can't even blame Boogie that much. It's just Keem. It's just Keem fucking going off on this little grudge that he has and fucking an innocent good guy over who is great on the show and deserves the paycheck and deserves to be there. But fuck it. How autistic am I for not seeing the big deal for lying about cancer? I mean, if it had been a fully malicious, 100% fake lie, I would be fucking outraged. But it's just Boogie being retarded and jumping the gun.
Me too. I mean, seriously, that is something that's been plaguing my family, like, for a long time. There's been like 3 or 4 cases of it separately, at least, within the family. So every time I hear about someone faking it, I get pissed off. I'm like, you absolute piece of shit, scumbag of the earth. Fuck you. I hate everything you stand for.
Not like Boogie was asking for donations, that'd be different. Well, he never like did a GoFundMe for his cancer or anything like that, or said please donate to me because I have cancer. But he definitely did say I'm poor and I need money for my medical bills all the time. And even if he's not like shaking the cup directly, by saying that on the internet on a show where you're accepting donations, you're kind of soliciting them a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know quite. I'm honestly surprised nobody has tried to make a legal case yet towards Boogie for fraud. I will be shocked if it never happens. And I mean, Keem will be fucking rolling in the dough at that point if he gets to stream about fucking Boogie's fucking scam trial. I assume those Lolcows will get a lot of views, not from me. I'm not getting back in until Tommy C is restored, fully restored with the court's apologies. Okay, yeah, now I see it. Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah, thank you. There you go, Redox. But yeah, that whole situation is fucked. And what's also fucked is that they killed Power Rangers. Did you ever find out who was responsible for the end of the toy relationship?
I did, and it was Hasbro. And from what I can tell, the reasoning for that, if I go back to the page, was no, that's the incognito tab. Actual answer. It's more likely that Hasbro is transitioning away from using footage that definitely caters to Japanese children and more towards the actual audience of Power Rangers.
Which was
Which is much
initially
more-
the plan, right? Like they were going to make a reboot at Netflix that was going to be fully original. But then they decided Power Rangers wasn't making enough money, so they just fucking buried it all. So maybe just give Toei a call. See if maybe they're willing to, sign a new deal. And just fucking go back to making it for fucking pennies.
Like, how cool would it be to have a Loopat adaptation?
I don't
for
think they're gonna go
example?
that deep in the well at this point. I guess King Odra would be hard to adapt because there's like real blood. What was the one? I guess there's Boom Boomger now. What was right before King Odra?
Dawn Brothers.
Okay, yeah, that one might work.
I mean, the CGI on that one, though, fuck me.
Well, there's pretty bad CGI throughout Power Rangers at points, so I don't think that's necessarily a requirement for them to have good CGI.
I know, but Dawn Brothers has been like the worst CGI in recent years. Like, period. It's just so bad. Like, have you seen the Black Ranger fight?
Oh, Belle says replace Tommy with Trixie, my favorite Lolcow. Okay, maybe that's another one I would watch if they did it. If Trixie the Golden Witch replaces Tommy, maybe I'd go back. If it's Grace or it's Trixie, I will do it. They're not gonna hire either of those people. They're gonna hire some fucking retard, probably Review Tech USA. If he'll do it, which he's pretty pissed at them, so maybe he won't. But at the same time, like it's a paycheck, so who knows what Rich is gonna do. He's been the name. He's been the name that comes up every time. This guy sounds exactly like a British Jason. I mean, I guess I don't know what Jason would sound like if he were British, so maybe.
Which Jason?
Probably my friend Jason. Or my old friend, my past friend Jason. But I don't know. I'll try to think of more Power Ranger stuff to talk about. I kind of wanted to hit that well a little more before I signed off here, but I am getting hungry.
I want to talk more about it too. I guess what could we talk about besides crap like, oh, what's your favorite season or your favorite?
Well, real
Ranger
quick, what
from
is your
the
favorite
season?
season?
Oh, mine is Mystic Force.
I
love
just
Mystic
wanted the people to know.
Oh, the people, yeah.
That's actually kind of a little bit of a surprise to me. I guess that was in the running, but I didn't know exactly which one. I thought maybe Time Force was it. Get a
Time
good
Force
friend
is
of the
very hard.
show. So true.
It's in my top 5, but it's Mystic Force and then Dino Thunder is very close.
Oh, that's fair. I didn't even think about that one. That probably would have been my guess. But my favorite is Dino Thunder.
Favorite Ranger from Dino Thunder? Even though I'm probably gonna say Tommy.
I'm actually not gonna say Tommy. I'm gonna say Kira.
Oh, nice.
Tommy's great. He's great in Dino Thunder. But he's not my favorite. If it's just Dino Thunder in a vacuum, he's second place to Kira.
I have to say my favorite in Dino Thunder is
Maybe even third place to Kira and Trent, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say my favorite is Trent because his suit is just so badass and he's such a good character.
Yeah, that suit is pretty cool. I do have a Lightning collection figure of that still in box. Pretty cool. Like that suit.
I will pay you like 5,000 just to just for that figure.
Some fun. I'll give you my PayPal and I'll get that thing in a box, send it over.
Sure thing.
And the 3 views have gone to 0 because we're talking about Power Rangers again instead of Lolcow.
Well, I don't know Lolcow.
I know, that's okay. This goes out as a podcast too. Maybe you'll find a pro Power Rangers audience in that context.
I'll send it to all my Power Ranger fan friends.
And they'll all be like, what the fuck is Lolcow Live? Who the fuck is Tommy C?
They'll think about all the times we're talking about Tommy C and think we're talking about Tommy Oliver.
Tommy the Power Ranger. That's Tommy O.
Yeah, Tommy C and Tommy O, two very different people.
Maybe Power Rangers wouldn't have died if they had given him his Green Ranger show like they promised him.
How amazing would that have been?
It would have been pretty great. Apparently he was strung along for quite a while about that. That's why he kind of had a. It was like a year before he passed, I think, where he kind of had like he had like an interview, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm done with that shit. Like he didn't straight up say like they screwed me over, but he was like, yeah, I've been doing Power Ranger stuff for a while, and it's like I'm done covering up my tattoos. I'm a grown man. Like I'm just gonna be done with Power Rangers now. I've decided." And it turns out the kind of real inspiration behind that, at least according to friends of Jason David Frank, who I've heard are uncredible from other people, so I'm not sure. But from what I've heard from Jason David Frank's friends from Bat and the Sun, who are working on Legend of the White Dragon, it was kind of promised to him for a while, like by Saban, that like if you keep coming back, if you do the voice for this video game, if you do Power Rangers marketing stuff, this little Green Ranger show you came up with, maybe we'll make it a reality. And then eventually he was finally told to fuck off, and then he just distanced himself from Power Rangers, and then distanced himself from being alive. May he rest in peace.
That was a dark way of putting it, but
Yeah, it's a really dark way of putting it, but yeah.
Rest in peace. I'm Jason David Frank.
That might be like my top celebrity death. That was just like, fuck, bro.
Jesus, bro. Until you said that, I was like, oh fuck, bro. That also sounded dark. Top celebrity death.
Well, I mean, yeah, the like most impactful celebrity death. I mean,
Yeah,
not
most
top
impactful.
celebrity. That was a bad phrasing. I agree.
Top 10 celebrity deaths. Number 1.
My favorite celebrity death will be Keemstar. Can't wait to report your death. Something he said about another guy who did die.
I can't wait until someone says time to report his death.
That will immediately be, if Keemstar ever dies, every fucking like drama news YouTuber will just be like, well, guess it's time to report his death.
Yeah. I think my most impactful death, celebrity death, was his name is escaping me. I know his character's name from the show he was in, but his real name escapes me. It was it's quite an old guy.
Say Doctor Who actor.
It is.
Yeah, I figured.
Bernard Cribbins.
Who was he?
Bernard Cribbins played Wilfred Mott in Doctor Who. He was the grandfather of a companion, Donna. And he was just the sweetest man ever. He came back last year, I think, for the 60th special. And he was going to be in the third one as well, because there were 3 specials. And the second one, he came in at the end. And the third one, he was going to have some minor role in. But sadly, he passed before he could film any scenes for it. So they just had to reuse an audio clip of his time in the show before and have a stunt double.
Yeah, you showed me that clip. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I remember with Jason David Frank, I kind of had to go through it twice, was the unfortunate part, because I don't know how much time you spend on Twitter. But Jason David Frank's death was a rumor before it was a fact. It kind of broke early before anybody like credible news sources could confirm it. So I was on Twitter, and I'm seeing like I'm seeing a bunch of tweets that are like R.I.P. Jason David Frank, may the power protect you always, and I'm seeing a bunch of more tweets that are like, this is bullshit, this is not confirmed, everybody shut up, he's not fucking dead, you're all stupid. And then I had to go to bed that night being like, well, is my childhood hero fucking dead? I guess I'll find out in the morning. Then I woke up in the morning and there was still no news. But at that point, it's kind of like writing on the wall, because if fucking Twitter, if it's number one trending on Twitter that somebody's dead and they're not dead, they would have confirmed that they weren't dead by that point. And then a couple hours into the day, TMC broke the news. TMZ broke the news and found out my man was gone.
I see. You actually went through it 3 times, technically.
Yeah, there was the
There
the
was the
night, and
rumor.
then there was the morning where I kind of just like accepted it, and then there was the actual news breaking.
You had to go through hearing about his passing 3 times. That's it still hits hard thinking about those deaths, man.
Real cringe in Lolcow. What's going on in Lolcow, Redox? Tell me. Man on the street reporter Redox. Oh, viewers auditioning. Maybe I will throw my hat in the ring once we're done here. I'm gonna fucking cook dinner first. We'll see what they're doing. We'll see how long it takes them to get rich on the stream. Who's like already in the wings the whole time.
Yeah.
Who do you
I've
want?
got
Who are your favorite Philly? Who do you want to replace Tommy C? Replace him with Hector David Jr. That guy's up to some shit. Pretty lol cowish, I would say. Have you heard about that? Oh no, did Knight die?
Oh, I didn't know you were talking to me.
I was talking to you.
Oh.
I jokingly asked you a question about Lolcow, and then I remembered that a Power Rangers actor had gotten some shit. Have you heard about the Hector David Jr. news?
Hector David Jr. Give me a second as I remind myself who the fuck he played.
Mike in Power Rangers Samurai.
Mike. I don't think I know that one.
So he was the Green Ranger in Power Rangers Samurai, and he's in the news because there is a warrant out for his arrest after a video was released, a police video of a man who looks a heck of a lot like Hector David Jr. Assaulting an old man with a walker. It seems they were having some sort of parking dispute, and Hector fucking just pushed him on the ground.
Jesus fucking Christ. That is brutal.
We got one N-word. Put a 1 on the N-word counter. Let's see who else says the N. I hope all of Tommy C's fans jump in there and say the N-word. Maybe I'll jump in there and say that. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but the better men than me jump in there, say the N-word, get him in trouble. It'll be funny. Keemstar loves the N-word. He said it 10 years ago. Remember that? Everybody knows that. When he was on Blog TV with his hands up. Alex is doing this shit. Don't lie, Riely. You would have pushed the old man. I mean, fuck. You better not be taking my parking space, you fucking grandpa. I'll fucking go all samurai on your ass. I'll get my spin sword out.
Spin sword. I'm not gonna lie, the spin swords are probably one of my favorite team swords in the show because of how much they look like actual bloody weapons and not giant toys.
I mean, they all kind of look like giant toys, but yeah, they look pretty good. Riley, recreate the Keem N word. Self-righteous fucking neighbor. Lex is doing this shit.
I know you're gonna do that meme, like of that song, where it's a whole list of rhymes, and the last one would be like a curse or a racial slur, and but then they change it, like digger, tigger, figure, nice surprise.
Yeah, there's one of my favorite YouTubers, Simi and Jimmy, made a video called "Top 10 Words That Rhyme with Bigger," and it's like this whole video where he's get a bunch of little words, like digger was one of them, like a bunch of little words, and then he gets to it's like a meta bit where like as he's getting closer to number one, he's like, "I have to reclaim my right to free speech. I know what must be done." And then he gets to number one, and it just like sticks on like the transition music in the number one for a while with nothing on it, and then it just comes in with Epstein didn't kill himself, and that's the end of the video.
Oh my Jesus Christ, that is something.
But what else? I guess
Oh,
if you had to, this is the funeral of Power Rangers. So Knight, if you want to give a eulogy for our fallen friend.
eulogy. God. I mean, what could I even say? All right, well, shit. The show was my childhood. Okay, I grew up with a. This is how old I am. I had a VHS tape, not a DVD. A freaking one of those big blocks with the tapes inside them. I had one of those of
I
Lightspeed
also had
Rescue.
VHS tapes because they were passed down from my older sister.
Yeah, I just owned them myself. I had VHS tapes of Lightspeed Rescue, and then I had DVDs of Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, and Mystic Force, and that's how my journey started. And then I watched the seasons as they aired. I got into roleplay servers on Google Plus. Started watching YouTube videos about it, and it became my life from when I was a kid up until now, when I'm still doing all this shit. And it's one of my favorite shows in existence. There's some seasons that are bad, some seasons that are really good, but I don't know, man. I don't know what I can say.
The rough loss. 30 years. What a ride. Power Rangers. It's been around since as long as a lot of people can remember.
It's literally older than me.
It's been a staple in the households of many children for a long time. To answer your question, Redox, that could be one of two shows. Really one of four. But I assume you didn't see Dino Charge or Dino Fury when you were a kid. So I assume it was either Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Power Rangers Dino Thunder, which are both high quality seasons. Both Dino Thunder is my favorite. Mighty Morphin is like number three. So yes, the dinosaur one pretty good. Redox. Uh, Dino Charge is also pretty good. You definitely didn't see Dino Fury as a kid because that was like 2 years ago. As a kid, I hated Power Rangers. Well, that sucks for you, Redox. You are lame.
Oh, that's just your opinion, man.
That's just your opinion, man.
Which by the way is a Dino Charge reference. Zach
Do
to
they say
Ivan.
that in Dino Charge?
Zach says it to Ivan in Dino Charge. I'm not Mighty Morphin, Zach, to clarify.
Yeah, yeah.
Ivan's cousin.
Yeah, I remember him.
Well, not cousin, but great grandson.
Yes, of course, of course. But you know, it's gonna be a shame. It's been just such a consistent staple in the lives of many for so long that it's like, it's not really a thing. It's not really something we considered that Power Rangers would just stop someday, because like it just kept going for so long, and like we knew Super Sentai was never gonna stop because they've been going for fucking god 50 years at this point. So, uh, we
Yeah.
figured, you know, Power Rangers pretty long shelf life. Like even when it changes hands, it always seems to find its way back. Neo Saban was rough, but they made Dino Charge, and like even the bad seasons, at least the franchise was still going.
See, how many years? Because 45 was Zenkaija, so 45,
Yeah, probably 40
7,
something. Yeah, I knew it was
yes,
the
it's
70s, but it
48.
was like late 70s. So we're probably not quite at 50 yet.
It's 48.
Yeah, so we're getting there. 50 years, Super Sentai, we're almost there. But
How much do you want to bet in 2 years? And they're gonna bring back Marvelous or something.
I mean, they might. They brought him back a couple times. When's the
I'm
last time we saw Marvelous? You're a nerd. You probably know that.
I'm always happy to see him. And the last time that I remember was Senpaija, which was the crossover between Zenkaija, Kiramager, and Ten Reds, where Marvelous and Kyrie had major appearances, and then there were just um, some smaller appearances without the voice actors for the previous 10 Reds of the season.
Power Rangers
Of-
came on ABC. I would rather watch The Replacements or that dragon cartoon with that Asian kid. Hey, you put some respect on the name of American Dragon Jake Long, okay? The fucking dragon cartoon with that Asian kid. Fucking respect on the name, bro.
yeah, damn. Big surprise. Uh,
I should try to convince somebody to review American Dragon Jake Long with me.
I feel like we need to review something to do with Sentai or Power Rangers in full.
I
Because we
mean,
got them.
I kind of, there's kind of an implicit agreement that whenever I review a Sentai movie on my movie review show, I do it with Crow. But I mean, we can make it a threesome if you want.
Oh, hey! Phrasing, buddy.
I know. I said it on purpose.
I accidentally made that mistake, but with the wrong people.
That's pretty funny.
You,
Wait, was it women?
seriously, you don't want to know who I accidentally said that to.
Was it women?
Yes, but worse. It was worse.
Oh boy. Threesome W. So true, Redux.
Okay, I'm gonna give context before I say this,
Maybe
so
don't
I'm not.
even say it, because I have a feeling I know where the story goes.
Okay, I'll probably say it like after the recording ends.
Pretty funny though. You know,
Okay,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
I did that on purpose for the purposes of comedy. I imagine it would be quite embarrassing to do it on accident. But
I'll explain it to you in private.
gamers, we wish Power Rangers a peaceful rest till they pull it from the ashes, which hopefully they do someday. I hope the reboot still happens. I was like the only guy. Everybody else was like, "Oh, bro, without Sentai, Power Rangers is nothing. The reboot's gonna suck." Oh, ba-da-ba-da. And I'm just like, I don't know. I can see Power Rangers benefiting from being like its own fresh thing. Uh,
Yeah,
like I would 100% give it a chance, but who knows if it'll ever happen.
it's like
Let
something is better than nothing.
Let's play DK after the stream. No, I was terrible at DK. That was bad. That was a bad stream. 7 levels before I save isn't archaic. It is. It is. It's fucking bullshit. But yeah, Power Rangers. Sad to see it go. Lolcow live. Fuck you. That's the
Yeah.
stream. Tommy W. And both said both for Tommy C and Tommy O. Tommy W.
I'm
With
gonna
that,
do that
folks.
streamer thing. Can we get a Tommy W in chat?
Tommy W in chat. Redox is not gonna give us a Tommy W in chat. He's not gonna
Come on,
participate.
Redux. Do it.
He's
Do
gonna
it.
say
Do it.
Tommy L or something.
Do it.
But
Don't give us a Tommy L. Give us
Tommy L.
a
Yep, that's what he said.
So,
But Nightstar, is there perhaps any YouTube programs you want to plug?
well, aside from the obvious Toku Thrill, which
That's what I was
uh,
leading to. I don't know how obvious it is. I don't know how many people know about
uh,
that.
well, Toku Thrill is the space where Riely, myself, and a few other people, if we can get them on, so I'm sorry because I was stuck in my throat there.
Yeah, we got a little SAR in your throat there.
Careful.
Oh God!
But no, the three of us, maybe a couple others, if we can get Crow on there.
Oh, we can get Crow. The question is, do we want to?
We talk about Sentai stuff and Power Rangers. We rank certain things.
Did you post
Talk
that
about-
Yellow Ranger video?
No, I'm still editing that one.
Okay.
It's been a very busy few weeks. I mean, I'm going on holiday next week, so
As long as you have it. I realized I deleted it without making absolutely sure you had it. So
I have it
I'm
downloaded
glad
on
that
my-
you
on my
do.
PC. It's on my PC. I've downloaded it. I'm just in the editing process.
Folks, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Go to linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe for an easy collection of everything that I do. And with that, folks, see you next time.
And may the power protect you all, and especially Power Rangers.
So real.
I should have said that when you mentioned the eulogy. May the power protect it.
May the power protect you always.
Mm. Forever and always.
Forever and always. Good night, gamers.
Good night.